Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to the live. Okay, today, how is everybody doing? Hi, coffee all day, every day. I need coffee too. All right. Hi, I'm not smart. We are back. We are back this time for the June holiday program, right? So yes, we are now back for the June holiday program. Um, how's everyone doing? We will now be going through the June holiday program. So, parents, PSLE students, hope everyone's doing okay. We are now just a few short months away from PSLE. Is everyone ready for paper one? It's not June yet, but it's still quite soon though. It's still quite soon though. As long as you are 1 year away from PSLE, that's considered soon already. Okay? Is everyone ready for paper one? I'm not smart. Are you doing PSLE this year? Is everyone okay with PSLE? No, you're not PSLE this year? Okay, that's good. That's good for you. Good for you. All right, parents. Time for the question. Are you secretly panicking every time your child hands in a composition? Or does your child's composition feel a little off? Does your child struggle to come up with strong story ideas under time pressure? Do they keep getting comments like weak climax, story doesn't flow, or even worse, that they are off topic? Okay, that's one of the worst comments you can get. Do you wish someone could give them a proven formula to write confidently? If you say yes to any of that, then stay on this live because I'm about to give you a solution that is recognized by both teachers and parents. Yes, yes, and yes. Oh, you're a parent. You're a parent. I'm taking WA tree. What is WA tree? What is WA tree? What is WA tree? Are you a parent? Oh, okay. Okay. But anyways, stay on this live because I'm about to give secondary exam. Oh, I see. Okay, okay. That's stressful as well. Okay, I just realized you guys can't see. Okay, there we go. All right. Moderator, could we crop the tabs as well? Thank you. Um, yeah. To help everyone understand what I'm saying a bit better, I'm gonna pull up some brochures right on the screen now, so you should be able to see these brochures right now. Okay, so you guys can see here that this is the June holiday programs. You have the June holiday PSLE writing crash course, and we also have primary 3, primary 4, primary 1, and primary 2. So mid, lower, and PSLE and higher primary. Okay, if that's the way you want to see it. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, so these are the ones that we're going to be mainly focusing on today. Of course, we also do have resources for O levels. We have those resources. I'm not smart if that is something you're looking for. For secondary school, I'm not quite sure. But yes, um, if what exam WA tree is, but yes, we will be going through all of that. We went through the O level resources just now, and we will now be going through the PSLE and other primary school level resources right now. So if anyone's interested, please stay tuned. All right. This is the first brochure that we have. Okay, so this one in particular is great for students who really need that boost within the last few months before PSLE. Okay, so this is a very it's a highly recommended 5-day holiday program, and it is especially designed for primary 5 and 6 students preparing for a PSLE English exam. It's always good to start early, okay? Our expert trained teachers will guide your child through the essential skills and strategies to tackle PSLE composition questions effectively. Okay, now the question is, what will your child gain? Okay, when it comes to what your child will gain, your child will be able to unpack PSLE composition questions. Okay, that's super important, much more important than it's not brought up enough. Okay, it's really not brought up enough, because if someone or if a child does not know how to unpack a question, chances are the child does not know what answers are expected of them. Okay, and that is very, very scary, because I mean, exams, we all know it's all about answering questions. So what are you going to do if you don't know how to answer these questions? So we will teach your child how to effectively analyze the PSLE composition questions, ensuring they understand exactly what is required and to craft compelling compositions and secure content marks. We will also help them with PSLE composition planning skills. Again, another very important part, because when you are strapped for time, it is very, very important that you're able to give the exact right answer under the time limit. Okay, so planning is extremely important. Not only planning, but also keeping to your plan. Super important. Okay, we want to equip your child with effective planning techniques for story retention, for creating well-structured compositions. And for this, we actually have our very own technique that helps students to fight creative blocks and those who struggle with planning and keeping on track. We want to help them to deliver a composition that astounds and gets the results that they want. So if this is something that anyone feels interested in, or if you sound like you would need this, or if your child struggles to be creative in their compositions, stay tuned and I will go through it later, okay? In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channels across all platforms. We're currently available on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Xiaohongshu, and LinkedIn, okay? So follow us to get updates on these programs as well as to hear the latest educational content, okay? We have prepared a lot of those for you, so stay tuned, okay? Let's carry on. For those that just arrived, I'm currently sharing what students will gain from our June PSLE Composition Writing Crash Course. So all this information can be found on our website. So do comment on WhatsApp us should you have any questions. Okay, writing techniques and language mechanics. Okay, it's extremely important. We want to enhance your child's writing style and sentence structure using key grammar tips and creative writing techniques. So how to write captivating hooks. So it's no more one day I woke up. Today was a sunny day. The sun shone brightly like a huge ball of fire. Okay, the last one was okay. But other than that, these hooks are hooks that teachers have heard so many times throughout the day. They have heard it in almost every single composition, okay? It's not something that they want to hear again. Okay, so we want to make something that's engaging, something that is unique, and something that will get the grades, okay? I understand that some parents feel that, okay, what they're just giving an essay, it doesn't have to be unique. Yes and no. I understand where you're coming from, and we understand that this isn't a creative writing story. They aren't publishing, but it's still very, very important for students to be able to engage their readers. Okay, it's a lifelong skill. I've got a story. Oh, I'm not smart. Okay, do share, do share, do share, do share your story. Do share your story. Okay, anyways, while we're waiting for I'm Not Smart to type out the story, we will carry on. Okay, PSLE exam strategies. We want to guide your child to mastering exam smart strategies, okay? Super important, super, super important, okay? Because when it comes to exam smart strategies, we want students to always be on top of their schedule. We want students to always be on top of whatever work they have. And this is extremely important. I think I mentioned it in the previous live. I'm not quite sure of how many of you guys were there, but as a student, I struggled a lot with my studies because I was unable to grasp what truly helped me to whatever helped me most effectively. I am an auditory learner and visual learner, but I was unaware of that until very late on in my high school life. And I feel like I could have gotten out so much more from my education had I realized that sooner. Okay, it is one of my big regrets, and but at the same time, These are the kind of things that you need an exposure to in order to make the best out of it. Okay, so this is something that we want to also help them with. We want to give them those exam strategies, those learning strategies. Okay, we want to guide them to mastering exam smart strategies such as time management and adaptation skills. Okay, whether it is whatever worked for them best, how to make sure to hone their own study techniques and their preferences. These are things that we want to help them with, because after all, it can do a lot. Okay, now if you do use spaced repetition, stuff like that, we talked about this. Things like that will help your child to absorb things faster, to retain things better. All right. Okay, I'm not smart. The story came in. There is one time I was walking. I saw a cat sick on the road. I pick up the cat and I walk with it. Oh, wow. Really? Huh. I don't know. I love animals, but as a kid, I might have done that. I would have taken a towel and picked it up. And I have done so before. But the thing is, now I'm deadly scared of number one, catching rabies or from dogs, or number two, pinworm. Was it pinworms from cats? There was one type of worm that like cats are prone to. I forgot what it's called. Because I do have, yeah, yeah. Oh wow. Okay, no, that's not very nice. All right. All right. Okay. Expand vocab bank. Master 50 PSLE composition phrases to elevate writing and depth to compositions. Okay, super important. We want your child to be able to write in a way that makes them seem sophisticated. Okay, we want them to feel, we want your teachers to feel like your child is very well versed in writing a good composition, whether it is using foreshadowing, um, flashbacks. These things add depth to the story, and it makes people feel like the writing's more engaging, and that's something we want for your child. Okay, okay, we also provide students with a Writers at Work exclusive PSLE model composition. Okay, we want to help them to gain an edge, so we will provide them with 15 brand new and exclusive model compositions. And note, this is only available in this course. Okay, so it won't be available in other crash courses. So if this is something that you feel like you need, this crash course is for you. Okay, bonus offer, there is a bonus offer. Okay, your child will receive a set of past PSLE exam questions and top school PSLE composition questions, and we will share the most commonly tested topics. Like I mentioned before, it is super important to always be aware of the patterns in PSLE. Okay, why is that so? Because when it comes to patterns, whether it's in PSLE, O levels, JC, or further on, these patterns could save your life. Okay, because if they are testing something that they previously tested, you are in the position to practice and prepare for it. Okay, and the thing about Writers at Work is that our teachers have such long histories of teaching that they will be able to notice these patterns and help you to deliver the results you need. They will help you identify these patterns and practice for it. Okay, super important. Okay, and this is especially for parents who, they feel like they know that they should identify it as patterns, but they don't know how to. Okay, we understand that. It's completely understandable. It can be very stressful, and parents, you guys are out there working all the time, very stressful, that you still have to guide your child for PSLE. We understand that. So we are here for your child. We have the resources. Okay, and if you would like some more reassurance, we will be showing you some teacher testimonials. We will be showing you some full mark results, as well as you are able to meet some of the teachers here on the live today. So if that sounds like something that you would be interested in, do stay tuned. Okay, definitely we have a lot of other resources, statistics, and anything that could help you to answer some questions. Okay, so if there's anything that you guys would like to see first, do let me know. But just know that everything is lined up for today. Nobody's gonna miss out. Okay, so just stay on this live. Okay, stay on this live, stay with me. All right, all right. Do you know, like I mentioned, this isn't just some holiday writing practice, okay? It's a full-blown exam-focused strategy workshop designed to turn average writers into confident storytellers, okay? Now, I understand that at this point, like I mentioned, that some parents might have some doubts, so I will be showing you some teacher prep right now to show you what your child might be taught in these 5 days. Okay, so look up on the screen above. You guys should be able to see what I'm about to show. All right. Okay, so you should be able to see these are some of our teacher plans, all right? So our teachers do make elaborate lesson plans in hopes of filling our lessons with as much content as possible, okay? They love to see our students succeed, and that is something that is reflected through testimonials and results, okay? There is really no better proof than student results when it comes to good teaching, okay? So definitely stay tuned for student parent testimonials and a chance to meet these teachers here at Writers at Work, okay? For those that just joined, welcome. I am Jia, and I'm currently going through some of the latest crash courses and holiday programs for June. Okay, so do stay and let me know if you have any questions. All right. So for questions, comment section, moderator and I will get back to you. Sir, or the service button down there works as well. We will get back to you. WhatsApp message. We have a whole team waiting to answer your questions. So don't worry, you're in good hands. All right. Time to meet our teachers. So at this point, parents might be wondering, with all this said, how are their teachers? And I agree. I completely agree. A good program does not add much value if the teachers cannot deliver. That is just the truth. Okay. At Writers at Work, our team is made up of seasoned educators who live and breathe English, okay? They know the PSLE format inside out. They have marked composition scripts daily, okay? They have helped many PSLE students improve their grades to achieve solid AL1s in PSLE English. For those who are still in doubt, I would like to invite some of the teachers here at Writers at Work onto the screen today to introduce themselves to everyone and give parents and students alike an idea of what our teaching team is like here at Writers at Work. All right. All right. So that is one of our teachers here at Writers at Work. All right. We will be showing a couple more later on, so stay tuned. All right. Okay. So for those who wanted to hear more about the story banking techniques, thank you for staying tuned. Okay. Before anyone ends up leaving, I'm going through a technique that helps students solve issues with number one, planning, two, lack of creativity. Did I say three or four? Over and under usage of writing techniques and much, much more. Okay, so if you have any of this kind of struggles, just stay tuned. Okay, now the gist of story banking is number one, trying to refining and three, remembering. Okay, what do I mean by this? Okay, students are led to write and refine or find a piece of writing that is approved by a teacher, a piece of writing that will get them great marks, and learn to replicate this piece of writing. Now, Writers at Work advocates for this technique because it allows students to enter the exam with a piece that will secure them high grades, removing any further stress from the exam jitters or creative blocks in the exam hall. But this isn't regurgitating content, okay, mind you. It is not regurgitating content. It is not vomiting out something that they have remembered. That is not it, okay? That is definitely not it, okay? Regurgitating content can only bring students so far, but the ability to adapt content, as we are going to teach students, will allow them to jump their grades in ways they can't imagine. Okay, but my question is, how easy is this technique? Okay, my answer would be both easy and hard. While this technique does make performing in exams easier, it is important for students to learn how to adapt their stories instead of regurgitating content. Okay, it's very, very important. That's why our combo crash courses are so important, because they not only show these techniques to the students, but they also go through how to use them most effectively. Okay, like I mentioned before, regurgitating content can only bring students so far. All right, now for students primary 5 to 6 who are struggling with English paper 2 or oral, we offer the English paper 2 oral crash course, the oral thematic set A crash course, and the oral thematic B crash course. Okay, now for the English paper 2 oral crash courses, both of them, students will have the chance, number one, build confidence in oral communication and structured responses, two, master crucial grammar rules and techniques, and three, improve comprehension answering skills for closed and open-ended questions. And number four, learn synthesis and transformation rules to avoid mistakes. Okay, these are all things that are very, very important for students when it comes to oral as well as English paper 2. So if you're struggling with both, but maybe let's say you don't have time to go for both a separate compo and a separate like oral class, this one's for you, because we are mashing them both up together. We're mashing them both up. So they're learning both of them at the same time. So it's the key things. And very frankly, this is the area that most kids struggle in. And that's okay. That's okay. We understand that and we are here to help. Okay, so this is the brochure up here. You guys can take a moment to look. Okay, you guys can take a moment to understand. But like I mentioned before, if you have any specific questions that I'm not answering or I did not manage to go through, you guys can just drop me a WhatsApp, drop us a WhatsApp over here on the number above, or you could always just type in the service button and this, we will get back to you. Comment section works as well. Moderator and I will respond to you as soon as we can. All right. Okay. Where did I? Okay, there we go. Okay, second, well, third in this case, arithmetic set A. Okay, now for the set A crash course, students will have the chance to master key oral exam themes. So we will dive into the most popular PSLE oral exam themes. Okay, so each day students will explore these themes and learn how to present and discuss them confidently. Okay, now themes are so important, like I mentioned before, and that's why we are doing it here as well as the first crash course I mentioned, because these themes are more likely to repeat themselves, and practicing them with the knowledge of what might come out will give you a greater edge when it comes to doing well in PSLE. Okay. Also, effective oral answering techniques. We want to teach your child another proven method to structure their oral responses, ensuring clear and well organized answers. Okay, these are things that we can provide your child. Okay, things that we know that we can do. Okay, we do have a lot of techniques, and a lot of people might be like, what is she saying? Why are there so many techniques? Are they making these techniques up? Yeah, we are, but only because our teachers here have so many years of experience, and our center itself has been established since 2012. We have that history of helping students achieve those grades. We know what they need, and that's why we can actually cultivate techniques like this that has a high success rate. That is why. All right, so oral exam strategies. Okay, like I said, we understand these strategies. We have tried these strategies. We know which one works. Okay, we want to provide your child with strategies that help them to navigate the exam, manage their time effectively, and maximize their score with well-structured responses. Okay, also we will provide your child with 10 relevant reading articles. Okay, why is that so? We want to help your child to stay current with trending and relevant topics in PSLE. Okay, and we can do so with our carefully selected reading articles. Okay, we can help students to create more content that we can talk about later on. Okay, expand your vocab. We want to help students to add over 50 essential PSLE oral exam phrases to their vocab bank. Okay, we can empower them that way to articulate their thoughts more effectively. So these are all things that we will be providing in this set A. Okay, we also have the set B, which is slightly different. Okay, For those that just joined, welcome. I am Jia, and I'm currently going through the oral thematic crash courses, and we currently have all these available in the June holidays. So please let me know if you have any questions. You can drop us a message through WhatsApp, and the team will do their best to assist you. All right? Okay. Set B crash course. Okay, you can see it now. All right. For the oral thematic Set B crash course, students will have the chance to master key oral exam themes. Okay, that one's the same, but only because of how important it is. To dive deep into the most popular PSLE oral exam themes, each day students will explore these themes and learn how to present and discuss them confidently. Okay, our teachers will be the ones analyzing these trends and understanding what themes are more likely to come out. Okay, so we're already doing that for you. So students will just have to come in, learn, pick up these themes, and practice. Okay, practice is very important as well. Okay, effective oral answering techniques, that's the same. We want to teach your child a proven method to structuring their oral responses, ensuring well organized answers. Okay, that's super important. We also have oral exam strategies. Okay, we mentioned that before. We want to provide them that will help strategies that will help them to navigate the exam. Super important. Reading articles, we'll provide that here as well. These are the same, but wait, the difference is coming up. The difference is coming up. Okay, be patient with me. So we want to help your child to stay current with trending and relevant topics within a PSLE and with our carefully selected reading articles. Okay, so these articles, we will give it to them as well. Okay, we also want to help your children to expand their vocab bank. That is the same as Set A. Okay, so these above few are the similarities between Set A and Set B. Okay, now for this one, we will also add 50 essential PSLE oral exam phrases to your child's vocab bank. Okay, like I mentioned before, these topic specific phrases are actually a lot more important than people let on. And the reason because of that is when you are able to sound more relevant to whatever topic you speak about, you automatically sound more professional, more informative, and more engaging. Okay, these are things that we know. It's not only applies to PSLE, it applies to O level, it applies to workplace, it applies to social life. Would you rather listen to someone in a corporate setting who uses market language, or would you rather listen to someone who's using very rudimentary language, very basic language that anyone can understand? Okay, it would be the former. Okay, and that's understandable. So we want to put your child in that position where a teacher is able to hear them speak and go, wow, they have done their practice. It is between that moment of awe and at the same time that your teacher will give them those grades. Okay, so we really want to give that to your child. Okay, again, this one. Now we're finally at the difference. Exclusive PSLE exam model responses. There it is. Okay, we want to give your child a clear idea of what high quality oral responses look like with specially designed model answers. Okay, if your child is the kind of person that studies better once they're given an idea of what's going on, this might be for you. Okay, some students don't need this, some students do really well with it. Okay, like I mentioned, it's a learning style. It's a learning style. Okay, you can also sign up and take the chance to figure out whether or not it is this is your child's learning style. But if this is your child's learning style, they will do extremely well when they have the example given to them. Okay, hi, I'm back. Hi, Pillow, welcome to the live. How are you again? How are you again? We are now going through the June holiday program. All right. Okay, let's move on. Studying break right now. Valid. Completely valid. Okay, but before I share more about the classes for other levels, I do want to show everyone some parent-student testimonials. Like I mentioned before, there is no better proof of effective teaching and education than student results. Okay, these are some results our students obtained after our classes. So if you prefer some statistics, I also got you, but please take a look first. This is the Townan Primary School and the Alexandra Primary School. Okay, so you can see from here that our students received full marks. Okay, that is really I mean, that's what we all want for our child. So they received full marks, and this is after taking our classes. So these are some student results that I can show you. All right. Okay, in terms of statistics, Writers at Work is actually one of the top English tuition centers in Singapore. I'm not just saying that. 90% of our PSLE cohort has since achieved AL 1 to 4, and 90% of our secondary school cohort 3 grades of improvement. Okay, now 3 grades is a lot. Okay, as an established English tuition center since 2012, parents and students can rest assured that we have all the resources needed for the success you desire. English is a communicative skill. Okay, it not only impacts exam results, but also the way we present ourselves at every stage of life. So it is an investment. All right. All right. I will also be playing on parent testimonial for your reference, so do let me know if you have any questions in the meantime. All right, moderator, could we play the parent testimonial? All right. All right, so let's get back to what Writers at Work will be offering this June holidays. Okay, so we have spoken about what we offer primary 5 and primary 6 students, but don't worry, we also have crash courses for lower and mid primary, okay, who are struggling to score in their exams and are worried about their mid or end year exams. Okay, completely understandable. Like I said, everyone has some struggles sometimes, and we understand, and that's what we're here for, right? So for students in primary 3 and 4, we currently offer the oral thematic crash course where students can learn to confidently discuss popular oral themes. Okay, so students will learn effective oral answering techniques. They will be able to master an effective approach to structuring thoughtful and impactful responses. Okay, very, very important. Okay, because when you speak during the oral exam, there has to be a certain purpose. Okay, it has to be effective, and of course we understand that, and there are certain techniques to help that. Okay, we want to also help your child to organize their thoughts. So where this comes in is the oral presentation strategies. We want to help them to organize their thoughts and improve their delivery with effective presentation strategies. Okay, these are things that we can all help them with. These are things that we all have experience. We understand where they're coming from. We have a lot of students who struggle with that, and that's all right. Okay, we understand that, and we can help them. Okay, over 10 reading articles based on trending or commonly tested topics. Okay, now I mentioned that I keep on mentioning this in primary 5, primary 6, and now in primary 3 and 4. Now, there is a reason why I keep on mentioning it because of how important it is. Reading is the basis of knowledge. It just is, okay? It just is. You will notice that when it comes to reading, the more your child reads, the more they are able, the better they are at expressing themselves, and that's just a fact. Okay, so when it comes to being able to come up with good oral content, when it comes to giving good content in exams, we want to force them. We want to support them. We want to encourage them to read more, and that's why we are the ones choosing these topics that will interest them, that will benefit them. Okay. We also want to help them to build their vocab. Okay, again, very, very important. It shows a greater level of sophistication and engagement. Okay, so we want to expand your vocab with 50 thematic phrases. So we are actually 50 plus thematic phrases. So we're actually trying to put numbers on these to tell you that there we are gonna hit that number. Okay, we are not just gonna show them a few phrases and that's it. That's not how it works. Okay. Exclusive model response. Okay, we want to give the students a specially designed oral exam model response to guide their preparation. Okay, so we will give them these responses for them to replicate and adapt during their exam, and we will teach them how to do so. So don't worry about that. Okay. We also have primary 1 and 2. For primary 1 and 2 students, we offer both the compo writing and the beginner oral crash course. Okay, now at primary 1 and 2, parents might think, is it necessary? And I understand. But you guys have to understand that at primary 1 and 2, students are at the beginning of their primary school journey. So a good foundation is absolutely important for a good academic foundation and for cultivating a positive outlook towards the academics. When they start doing well in school, they begin to see a purpose, they see a reason to study. Okay, they see that, oh, I can do well, I like how it feels to do well, I like it when a teacher puts my name at the top of the class, where my teacher actually calls me out and gives me praise. They start wanting these things and they start working for these things. Okay, so it's super important that you start when they're really, really young. You give them that foundation that they need. Okay, now to dive deeper into what is offered for the compo crash course, students will learn, number one, to unpack composition questions. Again, something that they should build a foundation in from a young age. So your child will learn to analyze composition questions and help them to understand what is required in their writing and how to craft meaningful answers. Okay, for lower primary composition planning, we will guide your child in developing composition planning techniques, teaching them how to structure their writing for clarity and flow. Okay, all super important. It's all about being helping them to be understood. Okay, writing techniques and language mechanics. Okay, through grammar focused lessons, we can help your child to strengthen their overall writing style, sentence structure, and overall language mechanics. Okay, again, it's all about helping them to be better understood. Okay, um with over 30 composition phrases, your child will definitely enhance their writing with rich vocab, and it will help them to express ideas more clearly and creatively. Okay, so we also want to give your child model compositions. I'm telling you that now. We will give them 3 writers at work model compositions. Okay, your child will be able to learn to craft compelling compositions by studying 3 unique writers at work model compositions exclusive to this holiday program. Okay. Okay. But before we go on to the oral writing crash course, I would like to introduce another teacher to you guys. Okay. Could we have teacher Isabel? All right. Okay. For the oral crash course. Now, this is the oral crash course right now. We want to help students to gain confidence through speaking in our 3-day oral crash course. Okay. Now, this is designed for primary 1 and 2 students, and it is an adventure based course. Okay. We understand that some students might have when it comes to primary 1 and 2 students, they might not be as interested in studying during the holidays, and that's completely understandable. Okay, um, now, but we also do want to help them to gain confidence in this, so we will give them this adventure-based course which strengthens oral communication, reading fluency, and vocab through storytelling and creative activities. Okay, now what do I mean by this? Okay, now This is an exciting oral adventure. Who Stole the Dragon's Egg? It's a story, okay? So now your child will become a young detective solving the mystery of a stolen dragon's egg while learning oral communication skills. Okay, so this is what we will bring to your child. It's what we have gotten for them. Okay, now day one, friendly fairy. We will focus on pronunciation, we'll focus on articulation and enunciation to help your child to be able to speak clearly and accurately. Okay, now day two will be the wise wizard. We want to improve rhythm, fluency, and help your child to speak with a smooth and natural flow. Okay, now day three is the grumpy goblin, which is we want to help students to enhance expressiveness. That's super important. Intonation and emotion to bring speech alive with feeling and tone. Now it's like comparing if I were to speak to everyone like this. Everyone, how do you guys think that you guys are feeling right now? There's not much feeling. Everyone doesn't want to listen to me. They're tired. But then if I were to speak like this, where I'm speaking like this, everyone is going to feel more inclined to engage with me to understand what I'm trying to say. And that's exactly what we want young kids to be able to build. Not only now in their primary school life, but later in O levels and then later on in their work life. Okay, super important. Okay, now what will your child gain? Let's break it down into break it down. Okay, so they okay, master oral communication. Like we mentioned, we want them to speak with confidence and proper tone. Tone is very, very important. Improve reading fluency. We want to strengthen pronunciation and expressive reading. We want them to be expressive. We want them to be able to be confident, okay? Expand vocab, okay? To learn new words and describe characters and use emotions. We want to help them with creativity, to use voice, facial expressions, and gestures that tell engaging stories. All super important. Okay, and finally, solve the mystery. To follow clues each day to uncover who stole the dragon's egg. Okay, all these super important. And we actually make this into this little journey where your child is not only fixated on just doing the work, but on solving a mystery. Okay, we are giving them a fun activity to do. Okay, of course, like I mentioned before, if you cannot make this June holidays, we also have upcoming crash courses arranged for future school holidays. So just drop us a follow on any of our platforms and just wait for the updates to roll in. Okay, so currently we're available on almost all the platforms. We're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Xiaohongshu. Okay, remember to subscribe and like our posts. Okay, sorry. Hmm? Oh, okay. Right. Do click on the link right now if you have any questions. You guys can ask us if you're having any issues with that. Also WhatsApp. Drop us a WhatsApp if you have any questions. But also remember, consistency is key. And in learning, students will observe more effective learning from consistent classes. Okay, do you understand that? Our classes and materials will also be different during different holiday seasons, so you really don't have to be afraid about your child being put through the same class twice. Like, let's say if you're going for the June holiday program and you later want to go into the, I don't know, August, I don't know when our next holiday program will be, but they won't be going through the same class twice, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay? Okay, again, teachers, super important, okay? And super important in the journey of education. Okay, a good program doesn't add much value if the teachers cannot deliver. At Writers at Work, our team is made up of seasoned educators who live and breathe English. Like I mentioned before, they know the PSLE format inside out. They mark compositions daily. They mark scripts daily. They know what to help the students with, and they have helped many PSLE students achieve solid AL1s. Okay, so for those who are still in doubt, I would like to invite teacher Xiao Wei onto the screen today to introduce himself to everyone and give parents and students alike of what an idea of what our teaching team is like here at Writers at Work.
My main goal is to have my students become as proficient in English as possible so that they may be confident in using their language to their advantage in school. Practice, and more practice. I think for most things in life, that's what you need to do. Personally, as a student, all I did was I read a lot, I paid attention in class, and I did my homework.
All right. All right. Okay. So parents and PSLE students, I hope everyone's doing well. All right. So I hope this has given you guys some idea of what we're offering this June holidays. Again, we do have a lot of programs. Okay, it's not just for PSLE students. It's not just for primary one students. We have a lot of options right here. Also, if your child, let's say, are struggling with something specific, like let's say struggling with oral and paper two, we have that as well. Okay, so if you're struggling with that and you don't have time to take two separate courses, we understand that. We have that as well. I'm gonna pen to that so that everyone can take a look. Now, there we go. And you guys can take a look at the brochure. All right. So this is for students 5 to 6 who are struggling with English paper 2 or oral. We offer this crash course. It includes the oral set A crash course and the oral set B crash course. Okay, so it will help students to build confidence in oral communication and structured responses. Super important, helping to master crucial grammar rules and techniques. Okay, improve comprehension and open-ended answering skills. Okay, we also help them to learn synthesis and transformation skills. Okay, to help you guys better understand our June holiday program, could we also play the video that we have prepared for the June holidays? Hey parents, the June holidays are the perfect opportunity to help your child grow and learn while still having plenty of fun. Here are three tips that you can do to make the most of the break. Number one, incorporate learning into daily activities. Turn everyday tasks into learning moments. For example, you can turn grocery shopping into a vocabulary challenge.
Why enrich seasoning tomato?
Uh-huh. How about this one?
Sweet and zesty oranges.
Very good.
Why crunchy cauliflower
Okay.
with vitamins?
Good job. Tip number two, encourage reading and reflection. Set aside just at least 30 minutes a day for reading. Discuss the stories, encourage your child to write in a journal, and spot their creative writing at home. Do you want to make it even more fun? Try making reading a currency in your household. For example, if you want a snack, pay me with a summary of a book that you've read this week. And finally, tip number three, enroll in Writers and Works June holiday programs. Of course, we are the perfect way to keep your child engaged while still learning essential skills. Our specially designed holiday programs with hands-on activities, expert guidance, and courses on writing, oral communications, and PSE prep. We've got something for every primary level. Your child will learn essential skills and have fun at the same time. So let's make this June a time for discovery and growth for your child. Join our Writers and Works June holiday programs now. All right. Okay. Now, to go through the courses one by one, for the oral thematic set A crash course, I want to go through that students will have the chance to master key oral exam themes. Okay. Now, it's all very we've selected all these goals one by one, and we want to prioritize some of the more important ones, including exam teams. Okay, these are extremely important. It can actually make your break, because you are actually giving yourself a bit of an edge when you predict. And let's say if you are able to correctly predict what's going to come out, you're going to really put yourself on forward. Okay, so we will dive deep into the most popular PSLE oral exam teams. So each day, students will explore these teams and learn how to present and discuss them confidently. Okay, We want to teach your child as well a proven method to structure their oral responses, ensuring clear, coherent, and well-organized answers. So we have effective oral answering techniques. Okay, now oral answering strategies. We want to provide your child with strategies that help them navigate the exam, manage their time effectively, and maximize their score with well-structured responses. Okay, all super, super important. Okay, over 10 relevant reading articles. We also, like I mentioned before, reading is super important. Reading can help your child to come up with more content, and this is something that we want to encourage them to do. We want to encourage them to read more. Okay, we want them to stay on top of current trending and relevant topics related to the PSLE oral. Okay, so we want to give them these carefully selected reading articles that will help them eventually in their exam. Okay, we also want to help them to expand their vocab. We will add over 50 essential PSLE oral exam phrases to your child's vocab bank and empower them to articulate their thoughts more effectively. Again, expressing themselves is something that is super important. If you're able to express yourself well, it's not only in exams, you will go far in life. All right. All right, we also have the oral thematic set B, and that is slightly different, okay? But just for those that just joined, hello, I am Jia, and I'm going through the oral thematic crash courses we currently have available this June holidays. It is especially for students who are struggling with both paper 2 and oral, okay? So, great for them, okay? Please let me know if you have any questions. You can drop us a message through WhatsApp, or in the little button below. It says service. It's the little button that is, has a little arrow on it right there. The moderator is pointing to it. All right, you guys can see it there, or you guys could just type in the comment section and we will get back to you. All right, thank you. And okay, for the oral thematic set B crash course, students will have the chance, again, oral exam themes, but simply because of how important it is, to dive deep into the most popular PSLE oral exam themes. Okay, so each day, students will explore these themes and learn how to present and discuss them confidently. Okay, confidence. We want to build that confidence. And to be fair, this kind of confidence comes with practice. When you've practiced something and are incredibly familiar with it, confidence will come naturally. Okay? Effective oral answering techniques. Again, that is how you build confidence and become familiar with what you're doing. Okay, we want to teach your child a proven method to structure their oral responses and ensure clear, coherent, and well organized answers. Okay, these are techniques that we have developed. Like I mentioned before, our teachers have years of experience, and the center itself has been here teaching students and helping students to get the grade they desire since 2012. Okay, so we really do have the history, we do have the experience, we do have the teachers and the resources to help you move that step forward. Okay, also, oral exam strategies. We want to provide your child with strategies that help them to navigate the exam. Okay, manage your time effectively and maximize their score with well-structured responses. Super important, and these are all things that we want to work with. Okay, over 10 relevant reading articles. We want to help your child to stay current with trending and relevant topics in PSLE, and these are all carefully selected articles. Okay, these articles will help you to take that step forward, and we are so excited for that. Okay, we have selected these articles and we want them to be as relevant as possible to what your child would be saying during the oral exam. So we are carefully planning, we are looking at trends, we are calculating just to make sure that they get the best. All right, expand your vocab. Okay, we want to add 50 essential oral exam phrases. Super important, really, really important. Okay, when your child is able to speak with sophisticated vocab, it immediately brings them from here to here. Okay, the teacher looks at them and they're like, there's that jump, there's that improvement. They know what they're saying. The teacher has nothing to pick on. Okay, it is something that's so valuable because you're showing the teacher not only how strong you are, how well versed you are in what you're saying, but you're also showing the teacher that, okay, I've done my practice and that you deserve the grades. Okay, so these are things that it's extremely important for you to show the teacher this. Okay, also exclusive PSLE exam model responses. Again, it's still because we will be giving your child a clear idea of what high quality oral responses look like. And this is especially designed model answer that our center is giving your child. And this is exclusive to this crash course. Okay. Okay. Now, like I said before, there is no better proof of effective teaching in education than student results. Okay, so these are some results that our students have obtained after our classes. So you can take a look right here. The students actually received full marks. This is Townham Primary School and this is Alexandra Primary School. They both did really, really well, full marks, exactly what we all want when we get back our papers. And they have both been through our courses. So very excited to see what the next batch of students will look like and what their results will be. All right. But also, if you prefer some statistics for the parents out there who are watching, for the students out there who are watching, I got you covered. Okay. Right It's at Work is one of the top English tuition centers in Singapore, and 90% of our PSLE cohort have since achieved AL1 to 4, and 90% of our secondary school cohort 3 grades of improvement. Okay, so that's a very, very good result. That's very, very good. All right. As an established English tuition center since 2012, like I mentioned, parents and students can be rest assured that we have all the resources needed for the success you desire. Okay. So English is a communicative skill, and it not only impacts exam results, but also the way we present ourselves at every stage of life. Okay. All right. Again, could we have a parent testimonial? Okay. Okay. All right. So let's speak. Let's get back to what Writers at Work will be offering this June holidays. Okay, so we have spoken about what we offer the primary 5 and 6 students, but don't worry, we also do have crash courses for mid and lower primary students who are struggling to score in their exams. And maybe they are worried about their mid or end year exams. Okay, so for primary school students in 3 and 4, we currently offer the oral thematic crash course as well. So students are able to learn to confidently discuss oral exam themes. So they will be able to learn techniques, effective oral answering techniques. So they will be able to master an effective approach to structuring thoughtful and impactful responses. Okay, so we want to help your child to organize their thoughts and improve their delivery with effective presentation strategies. Okay, when it comes to relevant oral topics, we will also help them and give them over 10 reading articles based on trending or commonly tested oral topics. Okay, so these topics will all be passed to them and they will be able to use them for their own revision. Of course, if you do decide that you do want a bit more revision material, you can always purchase our ebooks. Okay, so we have quite a variety online. So, Writers at Work, we actually have our own Podia website, so you guys can actually go and take a look. So, for the Podia website, we actually have a variety of ebooks catered for students of different needs, including for oral and for composition writing. Okay, so for the composition writing, we have our vocab list. So, students who are struggling to create their own vocab bank or list can go there and make that purchase, and it comes with a free list that they can use for their own needs. All right, so yeah, definitely consider that. Okay, vocab building extremely important. So students will be able to expand your oral vocab with 50 thematic phrases. Okay, you can see from the products that we sell and for the things we do that here at Register, where we actually are quite heavy on our emphasis on vocab, and that is only because vocab is such a powerful tool when it comes to making yourself when it comes to engaging those around you. Okay, it is great for sounding more professional, for sounding more well versed with whatever you're saying. Okay, now when it comes to exclusive model responses, we do have that in this crash course as well. We help students to receive to give we give students an especially designed oral exam model response to guide their preparation. Okay, so super important. We do want to help them to take that step forward. And some students do better with repetition. They do better with after they have seen like a good model or a good role model that they can follow. They become so much stronger with that, and that's all right. We completely understand, and that's why we want to cater to these students and give them these exclusive model responses. Okay, also we do have primary 1 and 2 crash courses. Okay, so we offer both the compo writing and the beginner oral crash course. So primary 1 and 2 students are at the beginning of their primary school journey, so a good foundation is absolutely necessary. Okay, some parents might be wondering if that is truly necessary, but I'm gonna tell you here, not only from someone who has been working here for quite some time, for someone who has gone through that PSLE experience by herself, that a good foundation is absolutely critical in students having that good and positive outlook towards their academic results. Okay, so students, when they start doing well at a low age, at a young age, they begin to see the reason for them to work so hard for some numbers on a paper. Okay, some students really don't prioritize that, and I guess that some parents are not able to accept that. The thing about students, when they start seeing these good results, they start feeling that happiness and they want to work towards getting more of those grades, and that is where you start having students who are become achievers, who do well from primary school, O level, and onwards in the rest of their lives. So definitely primary 1 and 2, it's so important in creating confidence and a good academic background in students. Okay, so important. Okay, now to dive deeper into what is offered. For the combo writing crash course, students will learn to unpack composition questions. Your child will learn to analyze composition questions, and we will help them to understand what is required in their writing and how to craft meaningful answers. Now, one of the things with primary school students is that sometimes they struggle. They really do struggle to create um, an answer without a role model, and that's completely fine. That's completely fine. Okay, and that's why we have created this to cater for those needs. All right, so for lower primary composition, we also help them with their planning. We want to help them to develop these skills. We will guide your child in developing composition planning techniques and teach them how to structure their writing for clarity and flow. Okay. Now, through grammar focused lessons, your child will also get to strengthen their writing style, sentence structure, and overall language mechanics. Okay. All very important when it comes to how fluent they sound, how fluent they are, and yeah, how they express themselves. Super important. Expand vocab bank. So with over 30 composition phrases, we will help your child to enhance their writing with rich vocab and help them to express ideas more clearly and creatively. Okay, this is not only important here when it comes to composition writing, but it's also super important when it comes to oral. Okay, in their oral examinations, it helps so much if they're able to express the ideas in a more creative way, in a more clear way, and with expressiveness. Okay, we will also be passing them 3 Writers at Work model compositions. Okay, your child will be able to learn to craft engaging compositions by studying these unique Writers at Work model compositions that are exclusive to this holiday program. Okay, these are what we're going to give your child. Okay. Now, for the oral crash course, now this one is actually really, really interesting. Okay, we understand that sometimes at a younger age, students have a lower attention span, and that's completely okay. It's understandable. Okay, so we have actually created this interactive holiday program that is designed especially for primary 1 and 2 students. Okay, it's an adventure based course and it strengthens oral communication, reading fluency, and vocab through story and creative activities. So, this is a adventure and it's called Who Stole the Dragon's Egg? And your child will become a young detective who will solve the mystery of stolen dragon's eggs while learning key oral communication skills. Okay, now, what do I mean? Day 1 is called the friendly fairy. Your child will be able to focus on pronunciation, articulate. Water break. Right, you're right. Hi, Mariah. Yes, I haven't had a water break in quite so long. Thank you, Mariah. Mariah, are you still in school today? Oh no, it's Saturday. It's Saturday. Okay, water break, Mariah. Water break. How are you, Mariah? How is your PSLE prep going? I hope you're doing well. All right. Waiting for Mariah to answer. Let's go on and share more about this um, oral adventure. All right. So this will help students to achieve greater oral communication skills. Okay. So each day will be focused on a different character, and students can slowly try to work out who stole the dragon's egg. So it's really very interesting. Okay. It's more of an adventure based. So it's not just about learning. It's also about solving the mystery. Okay, so day 1, it's called the friendly fairy. Okay, students will be able to focus on their pronunciation, articulation, and enunciation to help them to speak more clearly and accurately. Okay, now in day 2, the wise wizard, students will be able to improve their rhythm and fluency. Okay, now these things all come hand in hand actually. Okay, now if you're able to pronounce and articulate yourself well, but you're not able to speak with a good rhythm, you're going to sound all over the place. So we really want to help students to have that balance, okay? But if you're able to speak with good rhythm but without good pronunciation, teachers start there are a lot of areas that teachers can end up picking on. So we really want to help students to be able to create that balance, okay? Now, day 3, the grumpy goblin. Okay, that's the last day, Grumpy Goblin. Okay, now it's to enhance expressiveness, intonation, and emotion to bring speech to life. Okay, now this is especially important. Okay, because we always like someone who is able to express themselves in an expressive way. Someone who expresses themselves well is someone that engages other people well, and that's one of the main things when it comes to oral exams, is that you must be able to engage your oral examiner as well. Okay, so if now the student were to speak to you like this, now that would be super boring now, wouldn't it? But then now if I were to speak to you like this, there you're more inclined to hear what I'm about to say. Okay, so that is exactly what we want to bring to the table when it comes to teaching students how to speak with expressiveness. Okay, now to break down darkly, what will your child gain? Your child will be able to master oral communication, to speak clearly with confidence and proper tone. We want your children to be able to read with fluency, to speak with confidence, okay? We want to strengthen their pronunciation and increase their expressive reading. We also want to expand their vocab, teach them new words, okay? It's incredibly important for students to be able to speak with a nice and vast vocab bank when since a young age. Okay, you can do that via reading, you can do that via watching new media. There are so many different ways, but it's so important for students to have that great vocab set. Okay, now we also want students to be able to enhance their creativity. We want to teach them how to use their voice, facial expressions, and gestures to tell engaging stories. Okay, and lastly, students will also be able to solve the mystery. Okay, we want to see them happy, we want to see them have fun, and they will be following clues each day to uncover who stole the dragon's egg. Okay, all right, so very exciting. Okay, but do you know, if you can't make it this June holidays, it's not the end of the world, okay? We always have crash courses arranged, especially now that PSLE is around the corner, okay? You're stressed, we're stressed, students are stressed. We get it. We completely understand, okay? We always have upcoming crash courses, and we always post updates and educational content. So just drop us a follow and wait for the updates to roll in. Okay, so when we have our latest promotions coming out, where we have our latest crashes coming out, you'll be the first to know. Okay, so currently we are available on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Xiangshu. So basically all the platforms. Okay, remember to subscribe and like our posts. Okay, also, remember that consistency is key in learning, and that students will observe more effective learning from constant classes. Now, our class materials will also be different across holiday season, so you don't really have to be afraid about your child being put through the same class twice, okay? So let's say you're going to the holiday class in March, and then now you suddenly want to come to the holiday class in June, and then you're worried, will my child be learning the same thing again and again? No, they won't, okay? It'll be different. You'll be learning 2 different sets of things, and it would just be great for them to have that extra exposure. Okay, um, again, teachers are super important in this journey of education. Okay, like I always said before, I understand where parents are coming from, and I agree that a good program doesn't add much value if a teacher can't deliver. Okay, at Writers at Work, our team is truly made up of seasoned educators who live and breathe English. Okay, they know the PSLE format inside out. They've marked composition scripts daily, and they have helped many PSLE students improve their grades to achieve solid AL1s. Okay, now for those who are still in doubt, I would also like to invite some of the teachers here at Writers at Work onto the screen today to introduce themselves. We have already gone through a lot of different teachers today, and they have already introduced themselves, but I would like you guys to look at them and figure out maybe which teacher is most suitable for your child. Okay, yeah.
My main goal is to have my students become as proficient as possible so that they may be confident in using their language in their advantage in school. Practice, and more practice. I think for most things in life, that's what we need. Because I think as a student,
Okay. Now, I understand at this moment of time that we are a few short months away from PSLE and that a lot of parents are very stressed out. That's completely understandable. So I just want to drop in here and ask parents, is everyone well? Is everyone ready for paper one? Or are parents secretly panicking every single time your child hands in a composition? And does that composition feel a little bit off? Okay? Does your child struggle to come up with strong story ideas under time pressure? Do they keep getting comments like weak climax, story doesn't flow, or even worse, off topic, okay? Do you wish someone could have given them a proven formula to write confidently? Because if you said yes to any of this, then stay on this live because I'm about to give you a solution that is recognized by both parents and teachers. Okay, to help everyone better understand what I'm saying, I'm going to pull out some brochures right here on the screen so you guys can take a look. Okay, this one in particular is great for students who really need that boost within the last few months before PSLE, okay? This is a highly recommended 5-day holiday program and it's specifically designed for primary 5 and 6 students preparing for the PSLE English exam. So, our expert trained teachers will guide your child through the essential skills with strategies to tackle PSLE composition questions effectively. Okay, now what will your child gain? Your child will be able to follow us and unpack challenging PSLE composition questions. We will teach your child how to effectively analyze PSLE composition questions, ensuring they understand exactly what is required to craft compelling compositions and secure content marks. Okay, so it's very, very important for students to be able to identify what is required of them within the question and answer accordingly. Okay, it's not necessarily something that comes natural, and that's what stresses so many parents out and so many students out as well. Okay, because when they look at the question, sometimes their mind just goes blank, and I understand that. It happened to me too. But this is the thing, these are things that can be practiced, these are things that can be taught. Okay, so we will be able to bring that for your child, we will be to help them with that. Okay, PSLE composition planning skills. Okay, now I face issues with this as well as a kid. Now, we will equip your child with effective planning techniques for story retention and for creating well-structured compositions. Now, my issue with planning growing up was that I always had an issue with planning on time. I would spend a long, long time planning a detailed plan to the point where it would seem that I am writing my composition on the planning page. Do any of your children do that? Do any of your children do that? Because it's not uncommon. It's not uncommon at all. But the thing about that is that it is so time consuming that it does affect how much work they get done within the time frame. So that is extremely risky and that is definitely not something that we want to see in our classes, okay, or in our students, okay? For this, we actually have our very own Writers at Work technique that helps students to fight creative blocks and struggle with planning to keep on track. And we help them to deliver a composition that astounds and gets the desired result. Okay? Might sound a bit too good to be true, but hear me out and you will understand. Okay? If you're interested in this technique, just hold on, okay? Stay tuned. I will go through it a bit later, but definitely we'll go through it, all right? In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channels across all platforms. We're currently available on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Xiaohongshu, and LinkedIn. Okay, so definitely follow us to get updates on this program as well as to hear the latest educational content we have prepared for you. Okay, we do always post educational content. You can check out our website, our blog posts. We always have these small tips and tricks for parents, for children who are struggling. We completely understand where you guys are coming from. We completely understand the struggle. Okay, we understand it. Some of our teachers have parents, are parents as well, and they understand it. Okay. Now, how it works is that we do we do post content, whether it's study methods, study strategies, or maybe even synonym list, vocab list. So if you are there to read all of those, you can actually consolidate them to get that very, very valuable vocab bank, or you can get a very, very comprehensive um, English strategy list. Okay, but of course we do have products such as our ebooks online, and we actually have all those consolidated. Like, take example, the O level book, you have the strategies inside the same book, you have the analysis in the same book, and you have the vocab list in the same book. So honestly, it is such a plus. It is so worth it. Okay, so if that sounds like something that you might like, you guys can always just go to Podia, our Podia, and check it out. Okay, but for now, stay with me. Okay, but yeah, so we will also be providing the students with writing techniques and language mechanics. Okay, we want to enhance your child's writing style and sentence structure using key grammar tips and creative techniques. Okay, we want to teach them to write captivating hooks. No more one day I woke up. Okay, that is valid. That does the job. It does the job, but it does not paint the picture students do want to paint. Okay, so we want to help students to be able to write more than just today was a sunny day. We want to help our students to write something that actually is unique and makes the teacher smile. Okay. Also, we will teach the students PSLE exam strategies. We will want to guide the students to mastering exam smart strategies such as time management, adaptation skills, and we also want to help them to expand their vocab bank. Okay, so we will help them to master 50 PSLE composition phrases and elevate their writing at depth and variety to their compositions. Okay, this includes all of these resources includes the Writer to Work exclusive PSLE model compositions. Okay, now we will help your child to gain an edge. We will put them forward. We will push them forward with 15 brand new exclusive model compositions, and this is only available in this crash course. Okay, we will be giving them this extra brand new model compositions. Okay, but wait, there is still a bonus offer. Okay, your child will receive a set of past year PSLE exam questions and top school PSLE composition questions. Okay, we will share the most commonly tested topics with them. So just sign up today for our PSLE composition writing crash course and give your child the best chance to excel in PSLE English. Okay, all right. Our teachers really do make an effort in hopes of turning our lessons in filling our lessons as much as possible. Our teachers really do love to see our students succeed, and you can really see that through testimonials and results, because there is really no better proof than student results when it comes to good teaching. Okay, now stay tuned for teacher and parent testimonials and a chance to meet some of the teachers here at Writers at Work. Okay, for those who just joined, hi, I am Jia, and I'm currently going through some of the latest crash courses and holiday programs for June. Okay, so do stay tuned and let me know if you have any questions. Okay, over here you guys can take a quick look at the lesson plans. You guys can take a look. All right. Okay, at some point, some parents might be wondering how good are their teachers. And for this, I would like to bring out one of our teachers so that you guys can have a better understanding of what our teaching team is like. All right? Okay. Okay, story banking. Okay, story banking. Very, very important. Okay, now, for those who are waiting to hear more about the story banking techniques, thank you for staying tuned. Okay, now I'll be going through this fantastic technique that has helped students solve issues with planning, lack of creativity, over and under usage of writing techniques, and much, much more. Okay, let's see. Now, the gist of story banking is trying, defining, and remembering. Okay, now what do I mean by this? Now, students are led to write and refine, or find a piece of writing that is approved by a teacher, a piece of writing that will get them great marks, and learn to replicate that piece of writing according to the given question. Now, Writers at Work advocates for this technique because it allows students to enter the exam with a piece that will secure them the higher grades. Okay, removing any further stress from exam jitters or creative blocks in the exam hall. Okay, but how easy is this technique? My answer would be both easy and hard. While this technique does make performing in an exam situation easier, it is important for students to learn how to adapt their stories instead of regurgitating content. That is why our crash courses are so important, because they not only show new effective techniques to students but also teach them how to use these techniques effectively. Okay, regurgitating content can only bring students so far, but the ability to adapt content as we teach our students can allow them to jump their grades in ways they can't imagine. Okay. Now, of course, we try to cater to as many needs as possible. If your child is also struggling in other areas of English, so close to PSLE, or if your child is in the lower or middle primary and are looking for some support, fear not, I got you. To help you guys have a better understanding of PSLE, the crash courses that we have for June, I would like to also show you guys another video about the June holiday program so that you guys can take a look. All right. Okay. For students primary 5 to 6 who are struggling with English paper 2 or oral, we also offer this oral thematic set A crash course and the oral thematic set B crash course. Okay, now these two are both crash courses where students will have the chance to build confidence in oral communication and structured responses. Okay, students will be able to master crucial grammar rules and techniques, improve comprehension answering skills for closed and open-ended questions. Students will be able to learn synthesis and transformation roles to avoid common mistakes. Okay, now for the set A, okay, students will be able to master key oral exam themes. Students will be able to deep dive into the most popular PSLE oral exam themes, and each day students will be able to explore and learn how to present and discuss them confidently. Okay, so when it comes to effective oral answering techniques, we also have that. We want to teach your child a proven method to structure their oral responses and ensure clear, coherent, and well-organized answers. Okay, so when it comes to these strategies, oral exam strategies, we also want to provide students with strategies that will help them navigate the exam, manage their time effectively, and maximize their score. Okay, we want to help your child stay current with trending and relevant topics in PSLE with our carefully selected reading articles. Okay, we want to expand your vocab. We want to add over 50 essential PSLE oral exam phrases to your child's vocab bank and empower them to articulate the thoughts more effectively. Okay, we also have the oral thematic set B, which is slightly different. For those that just joined, hi, I am Jia, and we are currently going through the oral thematic crash courses, and we currently have all these available during the June holidays. So you guys can just let me know if you have any questions. You can also drop us a message to WhatsApp, or just type the service button over here. There is a thing that says "Ask Me Anything." You guys can just let us know, and the team will do their best to assist you. All right. All right. Okay, now for the oral thematic set B crash course, students will have the chance to master key oral exam themes. Students will dive deep into the most popular PSLE oral exam themes, and each day students will explore and learn how to use them and discuss them confidently. Okay, this is the same as set A, only because of how important it is. This will help students because we will help them to identify the themes and allow them to make the most out of the content that we're giving them. All right. Effective oral answering techniques. We want to teach your child a proven method to secure their oral responses and ensure clear, coherent, and well-organized answers. Okay, so we want to do all of that for your child. Okay. Oral exam strategies. We want to provide your child with strategies that help them to navigate the exam and manage their time effectively. We want to teach them how to maximize their score with well-structured responses. Okay. Over 10 relevant reading articles. Okay, now this is quite something. Okay, we want to help your child to stay current with trending and relevant topics in the PSLE oral exam for carefully selected reading articles. Okay, we will help them with that to stay current, and we will also expand their vocab, adding over 50 essential PSLE oral exam phrases and teach them how to articulate their thoughts more effectively. Okay, we want to give your child a clear idea of what quality responses look like. So we will also be providing them with an exclusive PSLE oral exam model responses that is specially designed with model answers. All right. Okay, now before I share more about the classes for the other levels, I do want to show everyone some parent-student testimonials and student results. Okay, so like I mentioned previously, there's really no better proof of effective teaching and education than student results, success stories, and testimonials. Okay, now these are some results our students obtain after our classes, and honestly, if you prefer some statistics, I got you too. First, let's take a look at this. We have the Townend Primary School and Alexandra Primary School. Okay, you guys can take a look. Both our students scored full marks, and yeah, both our students scored full marks, and they were able to do extremely well. Okay, these are after our courses, so we're extremely proud of them. Okay. When it comes to statistics, Redis.org is one of the top English tuition centers in Singapore, and I'm not just saying that. 90% of our PSLE cohort have achieved AL1 and 4, and 90% of our secondary cohort, 3 grades of improvement. Okay, so as an established English tuition center since 2012, parents and students can definitely rest assured that we do have all the resources needed for the success you desire. Okay, English is a communicative skill, and that not only impacts exam results, but also the way we present ourselves at every stage of life. Okay, so it's definitely an investment. It is not just something that like comes and goes. That is 200% not the case. This is something that you're building. This is something that um yeah, you're building. It's an investment, right? Okay. I will now play another parent testimonial for reference, and students can let me know if you have any other questions. Could we play another parent testimonial? Yeah.
which helps my son to understand the concept and able to apply for his composition writing. After joining Writers at Word, I realized my son had developed wider interest in current affairs. He's keen to keep abreast of up-to-date news, mainly due to the reading materials and class discussions he has at Writers at Word. Writers at Word has an effective method of teaching, which helps my son to understand the concept and able to apply for his composition writing. His teacher is also very encouraging and engaging, which has helped him boost his confidence and his interest in the subject. Before my son attended classes here, he used to be lacklustrous and seemingly taking no interest in this subject. Now he's constantly reading up, practicing his writing, his vocabulary, and his sentence structuring. Ever since he joined Writers at Work, he has become an independent writer, and whenever he needs help, the teachers will be there for him and they will gladly help him.
All right. All right. Okay, let's see. All right, let's get back to what Writers at Work will be offering this June holidays. Okay, we have spoken about what we offer primary 5 and 6 students, but really don't worry, we have crash courses for lower and mid primary students who are struggling with your exams and are worried about the mid or end year exam too. Okay, so really don't worry about it. For students in primary 3 and 4, we currently offer the oral thematic crash course where students can learn to confidently discuss popular oral themes. Okay, now students will learn how to master an effective approach, structuring thoughtful and impactful responses. Okay, we want to help your child organize their thoughts and improve their delivery with effective presentation strategies. Okay, when it comes to relevant oral topics, we have over 10 reading articles based on trending or commonly tested oral topics that we would like to share your child. Okay, now in this case, we also have the vocab building. We want to help your child to build their vocab, and we'll be providing them with over 50 thematic phrases. Okay, so super yeah, we're really trying over here. And exclusive model responses, students will also receive specially designed or exam model responses to guide their preparation. So that is super exciting. Okay. Okay, now for primary 1 and primary 2 students, we also offer both the compo writing and beginner oral crash course. At primary 1 and 2, students really are at the beginning of their okay. All right. Students are at the beginning of their primary school journey, and a good foundation is absolutely necessary for them to cultivate a positive outlook towards the academics and to actually start prioritizing their studies in the future. Now, to dive deeper into what is offered, for the compo writing crash courses, students will learn how to unpack composition questions, and your child will learn how to analyze these questions and help themselves to understand what is required in their writing and how to craft meaningful answers. Okay, now when it comes to lower primary school planning, we will guide your child in developing composition planning techniques. We will teach them how to structure their writing for flow and clarity. Okay, and all this we will include writing techniques and language. Okay, through grammar focused lessons, your child will definitely strengthen their writing style, sentence structure, and overall language mechanics. Okay, for this, we also have the vocab bank. We really focus on that as well. You can see that we really focus on that here, Writers at Work. We have in almost all our crash courses simply because of how important it is. Okay, when it comes to this, we do help them to gain over 30 composition phrases. Your child will enhance their vocab with rich writing and help themselves to express ideas more clearly and creatively. Okay, when it comes to mastering the Writers at Work model compositions, we will be passing them 3 model compositions for them to work with. Okay, your child will be learning to craft engaging compositions by studying 3 unique model compositions, and these are exclusive to this holiday program. Okay, we've spoken about the importance of story banking and how Writers at Work advocates for it, and this is one of the ways that we can best use that because we are able to work the best with more more resources and more content. Okay, now okay. For the oral crash course, this is the last one for primary school. Students will gain confidence in speaking with our 3-day interactive oral program. Okay, now this is designed for primary 1 and 2 students. It's an adventure-based course. Okay, it strengthens oral communication and reading fluency, as well as vocab for storytelling and creative activities. We have exciting oral adventures, which is called Who Stole the Dragon's Egg? Okay, now, your child will become a young detective while solving the mystery of the stolen dragon's egg while learning key oral communication skills. Super fun. Day 1 is called The Friendly Fairy. It will be focused on pronunciation, articulation, and enunciation to help your child to speak clearly and accurately. Okay. Day 2, The Wise Wizard will help them to improve rhythm and fluency and help the child to speak with a smooth, natural flow. 3, The Grumpy Goblin. We want to enhance expressiveness, intonation, and emotion to bring speech to life with feeling and tone. Now, what will your child gain? Okay, let's boil that down. Okay, your child will be able to master oral communication, speak clearly with confidence and proper tone, improve reading fluency, strengthen pronunciation, and expressive reading. Okay, that is to say we also help your child expand their vocab. We want to help them to learn new words to describe characters and emotions, enhancing creativity using facial expressions and gestures. All right, and finally, we want to help your child to solve the mystery. Okay, so that is what we have prepared for the June holiday programs. I hope that you guys had this takeaway from this live session. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope everyone has a great